There we go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're gonna go ahead and give Cubicubi another try. If you watched my previous video, you would have seen that we did the unboxing of the 40-inch edition of this gaming desk. This is the 58.5-inch version of the gaming desk. It has the same settings. It is the red accent on the legs and the black carbon fiber wrap on the top. The aesthetics of the gaming desk itself, I like it. So we're gonna go ahead and unbox this one. We're gonna give it one more shot, and let's get to it. We got our knife right here. This do not cut, but we're going to cut. We're going to be nice and easy with it. So if you guys watched my last video, you could see how they didn't provide the adequate amount of screws. So I was juggling around trying to figure out if I got the wrong pamphlet to set up the gaming desk. Maybe I was doing something wrong, or they just didn't provide the adequate screws, and that was the case. So hopefully this time around, we're gonna get what we get, and it's gonna be good. If it's anything like the last setup, I know how to do it this time. So this setup should not take an hour. I'm gonna try to talk a little bit louder in this video as well. I'm using my iPhone for my camera, and I don't have an actual stationary microphone, so the sound's as good as it's going to get from being quite a distance. Okay. See if we can slide this out here. Actually, you know what? Let's just go ahead and cut this up top. It's nice and light. There we go. We're going to go ahead and turn it this way so that we can get as much real estate on the camera as possible. Okay. So as per last time, we have the assembly instructions. See if anything is different here. Okay, it looks the same, except that there are only 2 of the small, and there are 14 of the big screws. Beforehand, there were, I believe, 4, 6 in the middle size, and then there were 10 of the bigger one. So this looks a little bit different. Okay. We get this Cubicubi sticker. That's different. We didn't get that last time around. It's a nice little addition. Okay. Go. So here we go. What do we get inside? The way this is set up actually is pretty nice. It's pretty flat. Everything is sitting in here like a puzzle, which is nice. Let's get these pieces out, these cardboard pieces. Set those to the side. So on the side here, like included last time, we had this little goodie bag of screws. We get a little Allen wrench here. And I'm hoping that this time around, we will have the right amount of screws. open up the bag. Okay, so this one's set up a little bit differently. We have individual bags. Beforehand, in the last video, there was this little long thing that showed 1 through 4 or 5. This one has the labels on it as well, though it's in individual packaging, which I kind of prefer, actually. So let's go ahead and count what we got. We got our Allen. It's good. We have, see, look at this. There are 3 small screws. There's supposed to be 2, so that's good. That's an extra. That's good. We have 4 of these other pieces, which is correct. And let's count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Perfect. So this time around, we got the right amount of screws, which is going to be perfect for our setup here. Go ahead and set these screws to the side. Okay. They also include these little C-clips, which are little magnetic pieces. I believe they kind of just add them in there for just for fun, I guess. I don't think there's anything to really do with them. I guess maybe to pop them on your fridge or whatever. Kind of a nice little thing, though. All right. Let's get all these pieces of cardboard out of here. So, let's go ahead and start off the way we did last time. We're going to go ahead and take these 2 pieces. Hear that? Okay. Sounds like there's some stuff in these. See if we can shake that out if possible. Yep. It's probably just some debris from the manufacturer. Okay. That's fine. That's what happens sometimes. No worries. So we get these 2 pieces. Get this piece, which is correct. 2 of the legs. I kind of like this C shape. I think this looks kind of clean. Feels like it's aluminum. Kind of nice. Pretty light. Here's the other leg. This is going to be our base, which again we will attach the head of the gaming desk to. There we go. And this is also another piece that we will attach later on. And just to kind of give a size comparison, let's first take a look at this to kind of see if there's any marks or damages. Looks pretty good to me. There are some like little scuffing and stuff here. Nothing too big. Nothing to sell you off about. Okay. Looks pretty good. Great. So to give a size comparison, again, this is the 40-inch. This up against the side. This goes to the wall. So from the side, you get about this much extra real estate. So that'll give you enough space for another extra monitor per se, which is good. Set that down. So that's the unboxing portion of the gaming desk. Now let's go ahead and assemble it. It's like last time, we're going to take our little legs. We'll take our screws out of here. And there are 2 for this. So this is going to be, let's see, really quick. Yep, same as last time. 3, 6. Okay, so the small screws are going to be going into the top portion. Perfect. Let's get to it. As last time, we set it like so. We'll set that down. Go ahead and open up the bag. Start screwing these in. Something I want to inform you guys of is, again, if you saw the last video that I made of this gaming desk, is that the screws are a bit long, so if you tighten it too much on the board, it's going to poke right through. I don't know if you can see from that distance, but here's a little piece that chipped off. The screw poked right through the wood, and on all 4 sides, this is all protruding. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but each 4 sides is protruding, so you definitely don't want that. In my opinion, it ruins the aesthetic of the gaming desk. Okay, we got 1 in, the second one. Just tightening with my fingers right now until we get all of them in, and then we'll go ahead and use the tool. Go, and the last one. Again, they do label they label this A, B, C, D, E, and they have a 1 through 5. Though, I'm just going to go ahead and set it up this way because that's how I set it up last time. I believe it's going to be effective and quick this way. So, we got our little tool here. Let's take our little knife. Go. Appreciate they add a little Allen tool in here. Now let's go ahead and tighten this just a little bit, not too much. Just enough so that it's snug, but not, again, it's not so tight that it's going to strip the screw. Go. Now again, you can see there's a little seam, a little bit of space. You know, it's a little bit, try to push it up a little bit more. There we go. A slight bit disalignment here. There we go. That's gonna be as good as it's gonna get. Again, this is a $129 gaming desk. So for what you get, it's not bad. There's number 1. Let's go ahead and go to the next leg. This one is wrapped in plastic, the other one was not. Okay. Let's take this piece and put it on the side. Again. I don't know if you can hear that. I shook a good bit of it out. A little bit of rattle in there. Okay. Same thing as before. Align it up. Set it down. Make it a little bit easier that way. And just like the other leg, I'm going to hand screw all these in. Let's see. There we go. And if it's tight, make sure you have it aligned correctly. You should be able to screw it in quite easily. There's a little bit of force, it's okay. But again, the last thing you want to do is strip this. So it looks like there's a little bit of space here. Just make sure we can get this as even as possible. That's just the manufacturer. It's the way they cut this. There we go. So this is probably going to be a little bit tighter than it should, just because the way it's cut. There's a little bit of space where the other one did not have any space. Again, it will vary depending on which one you get. Screw in this one. I do not like that. I don't like how it's a little bit off. So you do not want to strip your screws. See it going through here. There we go. That's as good as it's gonna get. Perfect. You'll feel it. If you're feeling too much of a force, do not force it. Make sure you're able to twist it. If there's a tiny bit of hold, that's fine, like that. But you do not want it to be, when you're screwing it in, you do not want it to be super stiff. That could potentially strip your screws. Let's go to the next. There we go. Screwing in good. Perfect. Now let's take our little tool. Go. That's one. There's two. There we go. Now what we got here are two leg pieces that are cut to the base. Lie those down. And next what we're going to do is we're going to attach the top to the base. Just have this open just to make sure that is correct. So what we'll do, you can do either or first. I think what I'm going to start with make it a little bit easier, I'm going to start with this top piece. So there's a hole here, and there's a hole right up top here. So this is going to go right through here. It's going to rest right on there like so. That's how it's going to go in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lie this down. Like so. And this is where the smaller screws come in. Let's take our knife. There we go. So these smaller screws, I believe, I don't know, that's going to be too short. So no, it's saying on here to use the small screws, though. That is not correct. Because these are going to be too short. So we're going to go back to these. Stand it up tall. Nice and tall. Line it with the hole here. There we go. Hand tighten it first. Nice. Now we will take our little Allen tool. Where do we place that tool? Here we go. Make sure this is aligned the way you want it. Try to get this perfectly flat, perfectly even. And push with a little bit of force, but again, not so much. Just enough so that it is nice and snug, a little bit more than snug. There we go. Now we're going to go ahead and flip this over, like so. And we're going to take the other side, just like this. We're going to align these two pieces. Go ahead and take our little screw, and we're going to attach it like so. Go. Again, that's too snug. It's too tight. So I take that off, and we're gonna do it a different way. I'm gonna lie this piece flat. We're going to stand this up like so. Should be firm enough so it won't fall. Here we go. Again, that's a little bit too snug. We will get it. It's better to take a moment than to completely mess something up. So let's try something else, because that's kind of weird to set it up like that. Let's do it like this. This should be better. As you can see, this is just trial and error until you get it right. This is probably the hardest part of installing this piece. It's the hardest part of installing this desk so far. Go. Line it up correctly. See, it's just snug. You don't want it, or it's not snug, it's too tight. Okay, we're gonna do this. Just need a little bit of space there, Cubi. This should be better. Make sure it's lined up with the hole perfect. Come on. Try a different screw. It could be that this screw itself is just a little bit messed up. If you force it, it could break, and you just don't want that. Get a line here, nice and flat. All right. What's wrong here? We'll get it. We'll get it here. It's just so snug, man. There we go. Just gonna have that perfect alignment. There we go. Good. We got it. Perfect. Just a little trial and error, guys. It's all good. No worries. So screws a little bit. I'll put that screw to the side. I'll use that one last if need be. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and get this board. Try to be careful not to touch any of this aluminum against this board. I already hit it a tiny bit right here, and there's a tiny little ding now. Thankfully, it's on the bottom side of the desk. Okay. So now, we'll take this side here. Let's see again. So this is the tricky part. This is the tricky part here, guys. Let's go ahead and turn this. So where if you had two people, this would be convenient for two. Or you could do it by yourself, as you see I'm doing it myself too. Go. Let's tighten this just a tiny bit more here. Just don't want that moving around too much. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a screw. And now, we're going to set it like so. You know what, we're going to have to do this side first. Let's align this perfectly. So I get our screw through, like so. Attach. Good, very good. Perfect, good fit. And now what we'll do is we'll flip this over on its other side so that we can screw the other side in. Try to be careful again, I'm trying to scratch this up. And there we go. It's going to be right here. There's a little hole here on the bottom side of this leg. Screw will go in here. Again, make sure it's aligned perfectly. You don't want the strip. Go. Very good. Now we'll screw this in. Perfect. There we go, guys. Great. Now this will be set like so. This piece is going to be sitting up. Now this is where we attach it to the board itself. Okay. Let's go ahead. Just looking here to see. Let's go ahead and add our little bottom screws here. These screws are so that you could raise or lower the table. I guess we won't be doing that yet. That's going to be in the bottom side, so we will do that after. Okay. And I think what we're going to do to make this a little bit easier is we're going to flip this on top of the board, because I think this is going to be quite heavy. Now, this is the piece that's going to be coming to us, where the leg room is. Hope you guys can see this. Let's take a look. Okay, I think you guys can see this just fine. Very good. Now, okay, so I believe this piece is going to go in the back. So let's flip this, and again, try to be very careful not to scratch and ding anything up. Okay. See if I can shake anything else out. Hear little particles falling out. Might just be little pieces of aluminum, or again, I'm sure the majority of people wouldn't really mind. This is a budget gaming desk at the end of the day, so. Now, let's get to it. Okay. Let's take a look here. So that piece, yep, that's correct. That goes in the back. Here there should be some screws, which there are. Be very careful here. Now I see the screws here. So it's got to go the other way because it's too short. Let's go ahead and flip this little guy around. And since we won't be under the monitor or under this much, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of an alcohol wipe right here. I'm just going to wipe down the bottom side of the desk itself. Good. There's a little ding there. That was my fault. I got a little touch, but that's a tiny piece, and it's at the bottom of the desk. So I won't see it, which is good. And now it's just a tiny bump with this aluminum against it. So just keep in mind to be cautious when installing this. There we go. All right, here we go. I'm trying to be very careful here. Good. Take the screw. Again, guys, do not tighten so much or you're going to penetrate the board. Just a little bit snug. That's it. So we'll have just enough screws. There we go. Again, guys, take your time to align your screws. If it's too tight, do not force it. Now let's tighten, but not too much, just a little bit more than stuff. Let's take this white. There's a little bit of stickiness. It looks like probably from the manufacturer. Little piece of something on here. That'll come right off with the alcohol white. Very nice. There we go. Good. Now that piece is good, it's on. Next, we'll take the second piece, the base, place it right on top. And here we go. Perfect. Tighten. Hand tighten for now. Slide that up just a tiny bit. Perfect. See, look at that, no force. It's nice and easy. Go. You'll feel it just a little bit more than snug with your finger. That's it. That's it. Okay. Now, we've got this little last piece. This will go for your headphone stand. As you see, my headphones are there. And I like to have it on the left side. So, let's see here. This will come up. It'll be on this side here. Now this piece, this is for the small screws. So we'll take our small ones here. I want to face this towards you. This piece will face toward you. Okay. Again, there's some force there, so I want to be careful. There we go. Perfect. Alright, it looks like the way they set this, it's a little bit unaligned. So hopefully we can get the screw in here, guys. Huh. It's slightly pushed up. Yeah, that side's not going to work, I don't think, guys. You just don't want to bend or any of that. You don't want any of that. And again, you are expected to run into some issues when you're going for a budget desk. That's what you get what you pay for, you know? But for what it is, it's a nice little desk, you know? So when we finish setting this up, I'll give my final review. I've got to use this desk now for about a week. So let's see here. I might have to move this to the other side, which again, it's not that big of a deal. I prefer having my headset on my left side, but if we can't get it, then so be it. Let's go ahead and move to this side. Yeah, it's the same thing on this side, guys. What we could try doing is taking my other piece from this desk and replacing it. Let's try that. It's just too... There's not enough space. There's a tiny bit, like... It's a tiny bit extra, so it's not able to screw in proper. My dad ended up screwing this in quite a bit tight. See if we can get this out here. There we go. Screw number one. Apologies, guys. The screw is very tight. That is wild. Yeah. The whole internal came out. Wow. That's wild, guys. I'm gonna have to grab a tool. That's why you just gotta be careful, make sure you do not screw in things too tightly. This is part of the desk, and the screw is in here. So I gotta grab some needle nose pliers. Give me a moment. Okay. There we go. Just like so. Came on out. Hopefully we can get this piece back in there. But that would be something I'll do off camera. Now hopefully this one will work. Yep, for measuring it, it looks fine. There we go. There we go, see, perfect. That will just be a quality control thing from Cubicubi themselves. When they manufactured the item, they just misaligned it slightly for the screw hole. So again, when you tighten it, just not too much. Just like so. There we go. And that's it. Let's take a look. Hopefully that's not entirely scratched there. Take a little wipe. Depending on, again, if this was set up the way it should be set up, it should be very easy to install. I'd say the installation process wasn't too bad, though on the same token, there were things that should have been easier to set up. Let's clean the top. I saw some little marks, little scratches, a big line scratch all the way through, so hopefully that will come right out with the alcohol wipes. Yep. Big line scratch. Though it looks like it's kind of coming out a little bit. No, it's not. That's just part of it. Logan, it's okay. It's you get what you pay for, guys. It's a big circular all the way here. Goes like this, there. Some scratch and a scratch here that goes down like that. I'll go ahead and take the phone so I can show you guys what I'm talking about here. Looks like a two-man job for that size. Yeah, Pulse, it definitely has been a little bit. I was able to get the job done. So I definitely agree with you on that one, man. Now, taking the light here, you can see the scratches on it. You can see, and again, guys, I just cleaned this with an alcohol wipe. I just cleaned all that. And again, to give it the best fair chance possible, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a paper towel and I'm going to get a little bit of water and I'm going to rub it on it and I'm going to dry it. Just give me one moment. Alright guys, so I gotta plug in my phone here because it's on a very low battery. I want to make sure it doesn't run out of battery here. Let's grab our cord. I will leave timestamps in this video, guys, just so you will know exactly where we're at. Let's plug her in. There we go. And let's wipe her down. Just some water here, guys. That's it. Just water. I'm just giving it the best chance possible here, guys, just to show you what this will look like. This is just straight out of the factory. You've seen the whole video here, guys. I had this flipped over on the cardboard, so there's nothing here. I'm going to take a little bit of Windex here. Wipe her down. And again, I believe this is a carbon fiber wrap. So I believe they wrapped this with a light carbon fiber, and the inside it's all wood. There we go. That's going to be a perfectly clean as it'll come. Let's go ahead and grab the phone here for you guys and show you again. I think if you can see that here. Apologies. Turn this light up. You can see the big scratch that goes like this on this side over here. You can see there's a big long scratch like this, one that goes like this, like that. And there are some other little things on the panel itself, not the panel, but on the gaming desk itself. I'm saying panel because I just did my unboxing of the BenQ Mobius EX2710U. This monitor is an absolute gem. Beautiful monitor so far. We'll be doing a review on that later on. A couple scratches here and there. You know, you could probably see what you're going to be working with. Again, that was a full clean, guys. Got the alcohol wipes. I ended up using the Windex. I used just water. Then I used the Windex. Gave it the fairest possibility possible. Now let's go ahead and put this back up. So there you have it, guys. Again, this is the Cubicubi GDSZ. It's the 58.5-inch version. And by looking at the diameter of this table, it is definitely much larger than the 40-inch. This will fit well in my corner space over here. I will definitely be able to fit 2 monitors at least with this table. You know, from like what it looks like here, it's all set up. You're not going to really notice the scratches too much unless you have the light shining on it. And if you're focused on it, you know what I mean? But just by having your cables and everything set on it, it's not that big of a deal. So is that a deal breaker? No, it is not. For the price that you're paying, I got this table for $129 on Amazon with Prime. And I was able to walk out the door paying a little bit of tax. I think it was around 140 or so. So what I recommend this table? Well, again, first things first, the setup. If you're doing it by yourself, I would recommend getting somebody else to help you set up this desk, because this definitely was a bit more difficult than it was setting up the 40-inch just by the size alone. Now, I gave this 40-inch one a 6 out of 10. Now again, with the setup, there were a few things here that was a problem. If I did not have this piece that came from this table, then I would have been out with a headphone stand, because I'm not going to risk stripping and cutting the screws on an angle. You just don't want to do that. Disabling this piece from this piece came out of the actual table itself, which I'm going to have to screw back in. This table is going to be going back to Amazon. I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. For the price point, it's good. It's going to match my monitor very well. The accents of the red on the legs itself look good. There is a strip of red that is going to be in front. From the looks of it, this is going to be the front of the desk. There's going to be quite a bit of leg room just by looking at it. This is the front. Apologies. This is the front of the table. That's going to be the back, because this is where the leg room rests. Yeah. I'd say this is a pretty good table. It was a little bit much sitting up this desk. I'd say the setup process, 1 being the worst and 10 being the easiest, I'd probably, let's flop that. Let's say 1 being the easiest and 10 being the most difficult. I'd probably rank this at a 7 out of 10. Doing it myself, I definitely had more difficult setups before in the past with other objects that I have installed. Though with having two people, it would be a bit easier installing this desk. Now, there are a lot of desks out there. I went with Cubicubi because of the return policy on it. It has Prime and it's free returns. A lot of these tables here on Amazon, one, you're paying for shipping, it's not Prime, and the return is a 30-day limited warranty. So yes, there are some tables out there that are a little bit better, I would say, personally, but just the fact that you have that freedom of being able to return the desk if you so please, that trumps over having a slightly better monitor in case something were to go wrong, like just installation. If I can't install it correctly, then the table is useless. So, after using this table for a little bit, again, it's it's a little bit of wobble to it, but with some weight on it, I'm sure it's going to be fine. Again, it's also on cardboard and it's on carpet. If it was on a steadier area, it would be fine. I also forgot one thing, guys. Forgive me here. We're gonna have to flip this. The screws here, I gotta install those. Now these, they advertise it on their page that this is for height adjustment. I mean, as you can see, that's not very much. And also, you're probably not going to be adjusting the height. You'd probably be using this more to offset a little bit of an angle that you might be on. If you're on a bit of an angle in your household, then that's what I would say this would be for. This is not a height adjustment table by any means. So if you're buying this to be able to adjust it up and down with free ease, this is not it, guys. There we go, screw these in. And we'll try one more time. This is going to give the table a little bit more sturdiness. And the last one. Let's go ahead and get this cardboard off here really quick. And again, if you would like to return this, it's kind of, this is what you get. So you're going to have to tape this back up as so, and it's, there we go. It does say in the box here, it says if any parts are received damaged or defective, please contact us and we're happy to send a replacement part to ensure you have a fully functional product. So that's good to know. So, here we go, guys. This is the Cubicubi GDSZ, the 58. It's still a little bit of wobble. This is a 58.5-inch table by diameter. It'll say in the box here how wide it is, I believe. It is a 27.4 by 2 long. Okay. I would give this table, for the price point, I would bump it up a little bit. I'd give it a 6.5. I would give it a better rating, but because of the quality control, how it comes, it's scratched on the top of the desk itself. That's just how it came. There were some pieces that were really tough to install. Like having two people, it would make this a bit easier of an installation process. And again, that piece for the headphone, that wouldn't have worked unless I had the other one to screw in. So, at the end of the day, guys, I'd give the Cubicubi GDSZ 58.5-inch gaming desk a 6.5 out of 10. You can find this on Amazon for $129.99. And I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I hope this setup process helped you install it if you were to get one. It's a little bit confusing by reading the instructions. Though at the end of the day, again, this will go well with my setup, so I will enjoy it. I will give a further review down the line. So far, this is going to be a 6.5 out of 10. If I were to bump up the rating, maybe I bump it up by 1, so maybe a 7.5 at the end of the day. Thank you guys very much for watching this. This was a very long video. I do apologize. It took longer to install than I thought it would, just because of a one-man team here. That's going to be it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that one, and I'll catch you in the next review video. See you next time.